In a city known worldwide for its arts and creative community, La Posada de Santa Fe stands as one of the most prominent resorts and spas in the city different, combining the rich history of New Mexico with the best in modern luxury.
Well, this building is the original mansion of Abraham and Julia Staub. Abraham Staub came back in 1858 to the United States. He was a German-Jewish family of descent, and he came here to basically make his life, as did so many people. And he came out to Santa Fe after spending 2 years in Virginia, and he started a mercantile business here. Went home to marry his sweetheart, which was Julia Staub, and brought her back to New Mexico, which is when they built this particular house. They had a very large family, but over the years, Mrs. Staub lost a child and then had some failed pregnancies, and is rumored to still be haunting our upstairs hallways.
The hauntings reportedly taking place at La Posada make the hotel one of the premier destinations in the state for ghost hunters and enthusiasts alike, all anxious to encounter the lady of the house, Mrs. Julia Staub.
Well, Julia is normally known for showing up at the top of our main stairwell, and she'll show up in normally a black outfit, almost in mourning. Very benevolent. I've never heard a bad story about Julia and her presence. I think most recently, just about a month ago, one of our housekeepers had an encounter, and it was the first one we've had in a little while. But she was literally in cleaning the room and felt cold air. She was cleaning the room and then felt like a hand on her back, which caused her to turn around very quickly. And she turned to look around, didn't see anything, and then turned to go out the door because she was a little startled by it and felt the hand on her back again. And at that point went out screaming.
The stories of La Posada attracted the attention of paranormal investigator and author of Mysterious New Mexico, Benjamin Radford.
One of the main characteristics of her presence is a scented perfume. And this is also true, by the way, of the St. James Hotel. There's claims that there's a certain sort of floral fragrance, an old-time perfume, if you will. And that's very much the case with Julia Staub. So people say that they'll have like a hint of a perfume, and they'll think, oh, maybe Julia's nearby, right? So you have, and in this particular case, it's for example, like a floral perfume. Well, there's a reason why roses smell good, flowers smell good, is because they're often made into perfumes. So just because you happen to smell a floral scent doesn't mean that there's a ghost nearby, it just means that there's a floral scent nearby.
We have a tradition of announcing ourselves when we go to Julia's room. So give me just a moment here. Hello, Julia.
Hello, Julia. Today we have two Casa Fox filming your suite, and they promise to say wonderful things about you.
The ghostly manifestations of Julia have prompted the hotel to take proactive steps in including her in the resort's festivities.
We actually do have someone on staff who we use when we have parties, because they always say that you need to invite Julia to the party because it is her house.
But it's not just Julia that has taken up permanent residence at the hotel.
One of them is the cigar man. And some people claim that if you smell a cigar scent, that maybe the cigar man is nearby.
We do have a couple that is in the Baca House, which is our old 1600s mule barn area. But the story over the years that I've been here has been the same 3 different times, 3 very different people, that they walked by that particular area. And as they were walking by the area, which has a patio with some seating, they see 2 people in period dress eating or having like a high tea with a full tea service. And they walk by and think it's strange enough that they always turn back to look. And all 3 times when they've turned back to look, they're not there anymore.
One of the more interesting ghosts at the La Posada is the Mustached Man. Little mustachio thing. And what he does, he's said to go knock on people's doors and say, you have to leave now. So there's been a handful of people over the years who have said that they've called down to the lobby and say, what's going on? We just had someone knock on the door and say, we have to leave. We're not supposed to leave until tomorrow. And they'll say, oh, well, we'll send someone up, but it's probably just the Mustached Man.
It happens a lot, and there's, I'm a little bit of a skeptic, but there are so many stories and so many similar stories that you start to wonder.
La Posada is gearing up for a complete overhaul of their resort, and many believe that renovations and restorations stir up restless spirits.
Right now, La Posada's right on the cusp of doing a renovation, which is going to be our biggest renovation in the last 8 years. We're going to redo everything at the property, all the furniture, a lot of the different goods around the property. So it'll be brand new as we do it. We're set on 5.5 acres, so we're structured so it'll have very little impact on our guests. But for those of you that may be out looking for Julia, this is the time when you come, because she supposedly comes out during renovations. So we'll be in renovation from October till the end of the year. You can come out and see the new product. We've got showrooms and things to show, but we may have a few other things to show you if she's decides to come out for the renovation and state her opinion of whether she likes the new carpets and lamps and things or not.
So whether you're a skeptic or a true believer in the paranormal, one thing everyone can agree on is the majesty, the beauty, and the rich history contained within the walls of La Posada de Santa Fe.